Alright, so today we're going to talk about a more modern artist. Today we're going to talk about Gunna. Now, Gunna's an interesting person because he's been around for a few years now and I would say he's relatively quiet. I think people don't really know too much about his personality, but what I do notice about him is that he's been so consistent. Since he dropped Drip Season 3 till now, today where he's dropped Drip Season 4, his career has been so consistent, you don't really see him getting in too much trouble. The few things that I did see of him, he seems quite wise and quite a reserved character, kind of like myself, so I wanted to delve into some of his interviews to see where he kind of got his demeanor from, how it's got him success, and then how it's helped him maintain the success. Yeah, so in this first clip, we got Gunna just talking about working hard and always being in the studio.
And then like the next day we just go back and finish them.
You get back to it. You like, all right, this is done.
That's 7-8 songs in 2 days.
Right.
Full songs.
Wow.
And we still at the studio every day. Like when I leave here, I'm going to the studio.
That's what I'm talking about.
No cap.
No cap.
I've been up since yesterday.
Wow. The album's out, and you said like, I'm back in the studio.
I got up and down tonight. So I'm gonna do that. When I leave the club, I'm going straight to the studio.
Wow.
As always, man, these artists always talk about hard work, and I love it. Whenever I think of these artists talking about hard work, it reminds me of Lil Wayne. And after everything that Gunna does, on his mind is always the studio. After he's out partying, going to the studio. After he gets something to eat, he's going back to the studio. The studio is the main place for him to go to, and if you think about it, the studio is like an investment. So even if we're not rappers, we can look at our lives and think, okay, what is the main thing in my life that I can invest in? And with a studio especially, he can go in a studio one night for half an hour and he could potentially make $1 million or something off of a song. So I think we have to kind of relate that to our lives and figure out, okay, what are our investments that we can always go to when we're not kind of doing anything or just as a default, and you can just put as much effort as you want into it and get that money back. I think that's quite amazing. But hard work again, I mean, with Gunna, if we look at his career, he's been very consistent in terms of dropping projects and he doesn't really leave too many gaps, and I think that consistency really is what propelled him to, in a relatively short amount of time, from 2016 to 2018, he shot up a lot with probably about four or five tapes, which is quite a big amount. So it's that hard work and always kind of reinvesting into that asset that makes you the most money. In this next clip, we got Gunna just talking about being focused, being locked in, blocking out all of the words from other people and just focusing on his goals.
It's like you got the Bruce Lee glow right now. Like, you know exactly where you want to go with it.
No cap.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
You know how you just focus and you locked in and can't nobody tell you nothing. Like I'm at that stage right now. Like I ain't saying like I ain't gonna listen, but I'm saying like as far as my goals, can't nobody stop me from reaching them.
Yeah. Man, I think focus is something that we don't really look at too much with a lot of these people, because all of these famous people are doing so much, they look so busy all the time. It can sometimes look as though there's not much focus, but I like how Gunna's just talked about being focused, and I think being in that focus mode, it requires you to block out a lot of the noise and the voices from other people. And if we kind of correlate that to his career, at that time he had just released Drip or Drown 2, and in my opinion that was when he got into that zone. He got into that kind of full zone for a whole project, and he was able to focus on that underwater theme. So that's why we got songs like, I would say Richard Millie Plain is like a trademark Gunna song, and that kind of around that time we got Richard Millie Plain. We'd previously got Yosemite, Drip Harder as well. So I feel like Gunna was really in his zone at that point, and it was all because of we had got him just being focused. And I think also not letting other people influence your dreams or anything like that, I think is a key point. But also he's saying that he didn't want to get too arrogant or big-headed, so he could hear what other people were saying, but if anyone was disregarding his dreams or saying anything negative, he just shut that out. And I think obviously that's helped him with success, and that's really helped him maintain from then. So that interview was 2019 to now, 3 years later. In this last clip, we've got Gunna just talking about keeping good people around you that can push you a lot harder. So if you're not working to your full potential, they'll be working a lot harder, and that will help you just push through.
Experiences of being around it, like Thug, for example, like he always and just like pushed me and told me like, bro, like that's good, but it's still some more to do. You know what I'm saying? And that instilled in me, and that's what I want to instill in each other. See, Turbo, him himself, he'll work anyway. Like he gonna work. So his vibe alone, like gonna push me because I'm already in my mind like, man, it's levels, like, bro, it's no stopping. So once he get that vibe from me, it's like, oh, we ain't stopping then.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we at with it right now. Like, we ain't stopping. Like, bro, we working on DS4 right now. Album already turned in and put out. We ain't even worried about the reviews or none of that. We gonna shoot our video, drop our video. We got a video drop Monday. We ain't really too tough tripping on this album no more. See what I'm saying?
Your project is in, and now it's keep on going.
It's keep going. It's levels. We gotta keep going. We gotta get to these Grammys.
Right.
Man, I think there are 2 points that Gunna kind of talked about in this one. So the first one is having a mentor, having someone around you. So for example, he's got Thug, but having someone around you that has done what you've done before, who can kind of help check you. So if you feel like you've done an okay job, that mentor or whoever can come in and say, okay, you've done an okay job, but you can still do more. Just making sure that you're working to your full potential and someone that's already done it, especially like that, I think that's super helpful. And then what he also talks about is the fact that he keeps people around him that are also hard workers. So if you look at Gunna and you look at all of the producers around him, so here he's got Turbo around him, but he's also got Wheezy and Taurus, and all of them are workhorses. So it means that if Gunna maybe falls off for a couple of days, he knows that all the other people are working hard around him, so it forces him to just kind of keep going and keep working through that tiredness or however he feels, and he can't really take his foot off the gas, which I think that's super positive. And also I like the fact that they're saying that even though they completed Drip Award Round 2, they're still working on the next project until they try and get the Grammy, so they're keeping their high hopes. All of the people in that same group as well have similar aspirations and hopes as well, so it keeps everyone at a high level.